Yes, sir, we are back. Raymond Passy. No, you're supposed to introduce yourself. Guys, welcome back. This is our fifth episode. Brains.
Welcome back, guys, to the show. Brains here, as introduced. So, thank you guys for always watching and liking our videos. We appreciate it a lot. Today's show is exclusive. Just as
Exclusive to?
Exclusively exclusive.
To?
So on set, we have a gentleman, a guest of the day.
Mental health expert.
And we'll be talking about mental health today. So, our guest, sir, kindly introduce yourself to the viewers.
A little bit.
I like it when you say "sir." Reminds me of my SST. Sir.
You had an SST teacher.
I remember Vasco da Gama, those Portuguese, those
okay.
history.
It's funny
Sir
that
Leonardo, Sir.
In my primary
Sir Ferguson. Anyway.
In my primary school, we never used to call teachers sir or madam. They used to tell us to call them uncles.
I like
so
that.
to say uncle.
I like that.
It was weird because when I joined that new school, I had students calling uncle, me uncle. Now they said missa. Everyone is like confused. I found it there, but anyway.
But as a matter of fact, at church where I serve, the teens, the children call me Uncle Raymond. So I actually like it. I like it because I think we have lost uncles. People are doing their own things. So I'm called Raymond Kasuzi Passy. I'm passionate about people. I am a mental health advocate, big time. And
mental health advocate.
Yeah.
Do you go to school for these things, or you're just masquerading?
I feel like that's,
you started these things yourself, or
like
you're just masquerading?
An attack, but it's because it's actually, after going through, I didn't know that I had, you see, I believe that what makes us human is what we know.
Yeah.
So me, what I know is what makes me me.
Yeah.
You get, if you meet a P4 pupil, and that's the only knowledge they know is from when they were born and up to P4. That's what they know.
Yeah.
You get. So I believe we are defined by the knowledge we have. Personally, I believe mental health, your mental health defines who you are. I didn't know this until in the past I had addictions, suffered from addictions. I suffered from anxiety. I was an anxious person.
Yeah.
Depression, gambling. Actually, I'm also against gambling. And
the gambling of poor people or rich people?
The gambling, sports betting.
The poor people don't gamble, they bet. The guys you see in the casinos are gambling.
It's gambling.
Now that's level. So the poor people are not gambling, they are betting.
It's actually gambling.
Anyway, yeah, it's all gambling.
Yeah, so I had that season, and actually, I'm not trying to say that I have come out of that.
Yeah.
It's actually a journey, and it's actually a privilege to share on this podcast about some of those things because we don't know.
Yeah.
Now, just to talk briefly about mental health. Mental health is more of the rate you are in, because all of us have brains, isn't it?
Yeah, we do.
Yes. So it's the rate. It's a matter of the rate. Some it's low, others it's high. Let me give you an example. If you meet a guy who has just gone through a heartbreak,
yeah,
their mental health is a bit high. Rather, it's questionable. because this guy is not thinking straight. He's questioning. You know how heartbreaks are.
Yeah.
You have heard of chicks, you've heard of women, my bad, women who are like, men are dogs. Now, normally,
these words are not coming from
by the time someone comes up with such a thing, they've been through some serious hurting things. Let me give you an example in football. In football, if a professional player loses a relative, regardless, as long as it's a relative, you are not mentally healthy to play.
To play, yes,
you are
professionally. Yeah.
Unlike here, even at work. At work, when you lose a relative, it's not a big deal. They want you to first lose a mother,
a father.
Or a father. That's when
I told them I lost my grandma. They want you at work.
Yet that person is not mentally stable.
Health.
Mental health is more of rates. Some people, it's high. Now the danger is when it continues. You've heard of chronic stress, chronic depression.
Yeah.
It becomes chronic or
severe.
Some people have been depressed for years.
Yeah, some people actually never come out of it.
Like you've heard of people who are in marriages.
Yeah.
Where they don't like each other, but they're just there.
They're sticking together.
No, that's not healthy mentally. And of recent, there's a word, I don't know whether you've heard of it. You've heard of psychological safety in workplaces, where people feel like they are safe to speak. But you have bosses where you enter, when a boss comes in the workplace, you can't even, you're all shaking.
You scatter.
You lose yourselves. You be serious. You pretend like. Now, there's that thing of psychological, and these terms have come up post-COVID.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I'm a big advocate of mental health, because especially here in Uganda, people don't want to talk about those things.
We even never diagnose. Like for us, we just
like, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
What phase are you in? But good. You see how dangerous it is. Like right now, you can be all cool.
Yeah.
But if you have a date with someone, and the guy calls you, meaning you have like 2M. You owe someone like 2M, and then he calls you. There and then your rates go high. Now you're thinking, I don't have the money. What am I going to do? You're mentally not okay. And people don't talk about such stuff. There's a book, there's a very known psychologist, clinical psychologist. It's called Peterson.
Yeah.
Forgetting his name. It's called Peterson. I listen to him a lot. He wrote a book called The 12 Rules of Life.
Yeah.
They have come across that book. It talks about kicking the cat. Some people kick the cat. You see someone walking alone. You have heard of people who walk alone and they're talking.
They're talking to themselves.
They talk to themselves, and the people will just kick the cat.
I actually talk to myself, but I never saw it as a problem. But I do talk to myself.
I'm not saying it's a problem.
It's actually not a problem.
It's not a problem.
I'm not saying it's a problem.
It becomes a problem later. It becomes a problem according to the situation.
Yeah.
But under normal circumstances, we are actually supposed to talk to ourselves.
Like not in the head.
Yes.
Verbally.
Like you're speaking out loud. They can't speak out loud.
Where some people I say every morning you wake up, go into the mirror, speak to yourself, speak good.
That's affirmation.
Yeah. That's affirmation.
Yes, but you're
that's good.
To yourself.
Yeah.
But talking.
But for me, I talk to myself. Like I think about scenarios and I'm verbally.
And like
verbal. That's actually
yes,
guys. I want to bring to your attention about that issue. That actually is part of you have.
Am I mentally not healthy?
It's a mental health thing. Like you're not mentally stable. You're not supposed to talk to yourself, like speaking, talking alone.
Yeah.
Like when you're walking and then you sit to yourself. Like that person is.
Once you start having a whole
yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, you have seen people walking around.
Also very okay. So.
Yeah, it's a rate. It's actually that serious. Mental health is very serious.
So mental health. Now we are dealing with the conditions of mental health. Condition in which your mental health stands.
The rate.
The state.
Because now mental health is more about like how people think, feel, and behave. You know. Now it becomes there are conditions of your mental state.
Yeah. When you bring it out like that,
coming with anxiety.
Yes.
Bipolar.
When it's high.
Yes.
Bipolar syndrome.
Very depressed. Yes. Your mental health is
Mood swings.
That means it's being affected.
So let
when
me
it's
understand
low,
this. Mental health as a term, mental health, does not have anything to do with these disorders. These disorders are the conditions of your mental state.
they affect your mental health.
Okay. So mental health, you know, most times when some people hear mental health, they assume
Anything mental, like
The
your
problem,
mind,
problem,
Mutarika.
depression, what?
or your guy.
That's a
mental
stigma.
mental health, yes.
Yeah.
It's a stigma in Africa,
So
actually.
basically,
Let's talk
we all
about
have to look out for our mental health, regardless.
Yes.
Of
Regardless,
the condition.
yeah, or
very
not.
important.
Okay.
Everybody, it's a matter of high or low.
Or low.
Okay.
And it shifts in minutes.
Understood.
If I abuse him, like if I give you a finger,
Yeah.
you feel like, okay, what's the problem? Like you feel like attacked.
Yeah.
You get there. There are people who are short-tempered. I've heard of them.
Yeah. Temper. I hate.
Temper.
Yeah.
They have a temperament, serious temperament issue.
I hate them.
You get. Now, such people are hard even to work with. Usually, when you go in interviews these days, because what I didn't tell you is I'm doing an MBA in human resource management. Because I'm passionate.
There's a certain
about
group of people, but I won't mention. They will say I'm what? Xenophobic. What's the word?
Xenophobia is when you're talking about terrorists or something.
Yeah, there's a certain group of people that have a very bad temper, but anyway, I don't want to be very close.
That's the other thing we need to work on is not generalizing. It's not good communication.
No, but okay.
Maybe I've met a few,
No,
but not all people.
trust me, 90%.
met all of
Everyone
them?
will tell you.
Like how you. Yeah,
There could be some special cases, but bro,
So it's when I say I'm an advocate, it's
the guys who play football, I play football. So, guys who play football will tell you about that group.
guys who play.
You don't want to play football. Okay.
Let's get back on track.
Sorry.
So we're dealing with mental health,
Yeah.
and we are looking at which state should worry you. Probably, when should you start getting worried?
Worried. When should you seek for help?
Yes,
When should you seek for help?
Yes.
That's what they call.
At what point? At what rate?
Yes.
Do I now realize that, like, wait, my mental health
I
is
think I am not
low? Is it low or
when you
high?
get to that place, and be like,
The first
Because,
thing.
like I told you, I talk to myself, but I never looked at it as a problem. So I do talk to myself. When I'm walking, I make up scenarios and I'm verbally uttering them.
yes, that's a problem.
it is a problem.
Bro, that's a problem.
Some
It is a problem, and we don't. The first thing, like the reason why I even tell you I'm an advocate of mental health is the first thing is awareness.
Yeah.
I didn't know these things.
Yeah.
For instance, I was addicted to alcohol. You get, and at first it was actually I have the family where I come from. Of course, my dad used to have those alcohol issues, so I never wanted to really get into alcohol.
Yeah.
But as I went on, I remember during my camp, didn't even start at campus, I think senior 6, I found myself getting into it. One of the things is environment. So
Peer pressure.
I didn't know, because of course we can talk about weed. Also with me, I can say that
You used to take
I'm
weed.
blessed, because most of my colleagues, man, they have stories, and people underestimate what weed does.
You used to take weed?
Yes, those days. But I didn't know. I didn't know that I was even addicted to alcohol. Because, that time you are having a
think it's
bad
normal.
hangover. Sometimes you're admitted to hospital, and then you're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
After some time, you're back at it. Then before you know it, it affects. Actually, the other thing I hate about alcohol is it affects you. It takes like 5 days to get out of your system. So even if you take it over the weekend and you come and refresh and you go back to work,
You may think it's done.
it's not done. There are still effects. And if you interact with people who overtake alcohol,
Is that correct information? 5 days?
yes, alcohol doesn't just leave your system. That's the puking, but it takes 4 days for it to really be out of your system.
Wow.
So
So the
imagine
guys- so the guys
every
that-
weekend you're banging it.
Actually, not every weekend, every day. So you're just adding
Every
on.
day.
This is one thing.
So
Killing
now
yourself.
So now I have like a couple of years for it to completely get finished.
This is one
Because
thing.
every day I'm just adding. Before the 4 days elapse.
Say something.
Brains, you're saying?
The thing with people who are alcoholic, who have done it for a long time,
Yeah.
that's why that they're not, their mental health is questionable. Because
Yeah,
I know of 1, 2, 3, or 4 people. Man, this guy is totally changed. Like this alcohol thing, it gets stuck in your system and it really, really messes with your brain.
Yeah.
Even on a normal day that you've not drunk nothing, your actions will still show that you're not okay.
You're drunk.
But check it out.
Yeah.
It's like your brain is under a certain imbalance.
Yeah.
You see things differently. I have a guy actually.
Decision making.
Decision making is impaired.
Your confidence is.
You lose. You don't think twice.
No.
Yeah.
These guys are really messed up, and it's really.
I don't want to, because I've been there. One of the things I've learned, and it's because of also being in church, I've learned to be compassionate with people who go through such challenges. I don't. For example, it's easy for us to condemn Samson, the strongest man in the Bible. How can he lose to Delilah?
Yeah.
Like such a. Can't you just be smart, be wise? This guy was spiritual. He had the Holy Spirit. He had. So I've learned not to really condemn people. I have learned to
judge.
The biggest thing I do is to be empathetic.
Yeah.
Empathetic. So I try to understand what's going on with this person. Why would someone get like that? Because I've been there before. I'm not saying that I'm even better now. I'm still on a journey because I still have some challenges. One of the biggest, now spiritually, because I serve in church, Worship Harvest, one of the thing that disturbed me a lot was the fornication part. Fornication is also a bad thing spiritually, and also it messes with your mental health.
And morally.
And morally, of course, if some of us can say we are hiding, this is where it affects you alone. You can easily sleep around when no one even knows what. But
when
it affects you yourself. I cannot tell you the pictures, the thoughts. There's a way it affects you.
Fornication is simply sex outside of marriage.
Exactly, as simple as that.
Is it that?
No,
basically.
No.
Or it is sleeping around.
It is sex outside marriage.
Outside marriage. That is fornication.
Yes.
So what about sleeping around too much? Is that sexual immorality?
I don't know.
Obwenzi n'obukaba.
Obwenzi bukolebwa mu ffumbu. Obukaba
so obukaba is the Luganda version of fornication.
Is sex outside marriage, but including a married partner. That is adultery.
No, adultery is a married partner having sex out of his marriage.
Outside marriage.
Yes. It is adultery.
That's adultery.
Fornication. Sleeping around.
Just random sex.
It's not even. Sexual immorality. You guys are over demonizing it. No. There's girlfriend, boyfriend. No. There is girlfriend, boyfriend sleeping around.
Girlfriend, boyfriend is fornication.
Yes.
Typical fornication.
How about if it is a committed relationship?
Still fornication. It is still fornication.
When the parents know me and all.
Because I'm a Christian, I'm going to come from the type of marriage of Christianity, like a sanctified, because the Bible talks about a sanctified marriage. God has to be in it. By the way, let me tell you something. We didn't come up with marriage. It's God's idea.
Also, I am going to say a very controversial thing that probably most Christians will fight against to understand.
Oh, yes.
A sanctified marriage is not just a marriage that has happened in church. Far from that. Actually, a sanctified marriage is a marriage that is authorized by God and your parents.
A marriage that is legalized.
It does not even have to
that
be
is recognized
by your parents and God.
Exactly. That is why I was asking.
There is also
if the parents of my girlfriend know me, and vice versa, is that fornication?
Because they can take you in shrines and all that, and between there's the part of the spiritual where is God coming in?
The only biblical marriage I know of is the marriage where you go to a woman's home, agree with the parents,
Yeah.
pay her price, done deal.
In other words, that's,
that's
a
traditional,
that's
but
a
still-
customary marriage.
That's
Even that's a
It's not
customary
white
marriage.
wedding.
Even in law, it's recognized.
I'm not talking about
not-
white wedding. I'm talking about the spiritual aspect which has to be in it because we have spiritual parents. That's one thing you
Yes,
have to
yes, yes.
understand.
Now that's where, now that comes in
Timothy was a son to
in the
Paul in the
Yeah.
Bible.
Okay.
And the apostle. Besides, I don't want to digress into Christianity. I want us to remain with mental health because it's important. I don't want to.
Christians, please don't be misled. Go to church and get wet.
Yes, boyfriend, girlfriend, sleeping around. Actually, the other addiction I had was sex.
Sexual
I think it's my
immorality.
first time to sex.
Okay.
Just sex.
Don't put
Just sex.
sex. Now, this is how I came to understand that I was addicted to sex because
Yeah.
whenever I would get stressed or like money, it was usually more about money. And also because I'm also a father, by the way. I have 4 children.
Oh,
4 kids.
My eldest is
Biological.
yes,
4 biological kids.
from 3 different
Wow.
mothers. You can
Wow.
imagine how active I was.
we'll have to come back and talk about your life.
That will be that will be
that will be a discussion for-
exclusive episode. That will be an
So-
exclusive.
So I didn't know that I was addicted
To sex.
until, and by this, I want to thank God for salvation. People, we need to get born again.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's one of the things that really healed me, and I thank God. My biggest change in life was joining Worship Harvest Ministries. There was a light. I was blinded, and all these things came to light after I really decided to really now get into church.
Yeah.
So I discovered that every time I would get stressed,
You would sex it out.
and this is how it goes. It would, they were triggered because every time I would get the kamani, then alcohol,
Yeah.
then of course I had a problem. I know my friends would. There's a time I admired my friends because every time I would go out and drink, I would have to have sex, my dear. I don't know. It's just like drinking. I would only drink to get high. Like I don't understand people doing like 2 beers, 1 beer. Like what are you doing? Me, I would tell them like, man, I'm drinking to get high, and
Getting
I'll get
high.
and that's the only time it would be like you be on cloud 9. So whenever I would get high, it comes with sex. It was actually reckless. I really thank God that. That's still another story for another day. But I discovered that I was addicted because every time I would get stressed, I would feel like even when I was even when I had not taken alcohol, I would want to have sex because the trigger was stress. There's a book I've written actually. There's a book I've written. It has not yet come out, but I've finished it. It's called
Yeah.
No Longer Slaves. But
I hope you can give us the pleasure of unveiling it.
unveiling it.
The book, eh?
Unveiling the book. I will. I promise I'll hold it here.
We first need
and unveil
minimum
it.
1,000 subscribers. Hey guys, subscribe. You don't subscribe, no book review.
Yeah.
We need this book, yeah.
It's deep. The book is deep. It brings a lot of light. So the triggers were stress.
Yeah.
Every time I would get stressed, I would have sex, and it was bad. And
But how? Sorry to interrupt.
it's okay.
How? So, sex? You mean with your girlfriend or with random
No, of
chicks?
course, multiple girlfriends.
So how-
I had a girlfriend. The longest I've stayed in a relationship is a year, and that year it's because of this girl loved me so much. She was willing to stand my cheating.
Okay, some of us it's
Fight
really
some-
hard to find someone. I don't know.
And that's what I'm saying.
So,
We are different. You can be addicted to something else. You can be having a different.
yeah, but I mean, if you are addicted to sex, then there should be a vessel, and these vessels need time and money. So, how did you pull up?
The what?
How did you keep up with your addiction? A guy who was addicted
First and
to
foremost,
drugs needs
look
to
at
buy
me.
drugs.
Look at me. I am
Hey.
6'2".
6 foot.
American height, like those American
Yeah,
height. I'm not bragging.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not bragging, but it comes easy.
A nice looking man.
It
Yeah.
comes whenever
It comes
I
easy.
go out, and actually I think even there are other girls who are looking out for it.
Yeah.
When you go to a bar,
The same position.
like somehow,
Same state.
and I never found. And by the way, let me tell you something funny. I got my rejections trying to start a relationship in church.
Yeah.
Before I joined church,
No, I know.
it come easy.
100% success rate.
There's a time I was like, the problem is with addiction, that dopamine, you need a bigger dose. You have to get a bigger dose.
Upgrading.
So I slept with Brown. Then I'll be like, let me try a Northerner.
Let me try
then
slim,
let me
thick.
big Nyash. And like, maybe I should.
Yeah.
That thing just, I don't know, it's the worst state of our lives, like you are in prison but you don't know. Let me tell you something I want to show people about this addiction thing. If you really want to know that you're addicted, for the guys who are sleeping around, try not to sleep around with that girl. Or alcohol.
Your body will
Try a week without doing alcohol, or a month.
become restless.
Or a month, and you realize that you're no longer in control, something else is on you. Addiction can be
Withdrawal.
any other thing.
Yeah.
Symptoms of an addiction.
Any other thing. Because me, I didn't know about sex. Gambling. Try not doing sports bet for quite some time. You realize that,
TikTok.
wow.
I've deleted that app like 100 times and I keep downloading
I'm
it.
not telling you guys to be on social media, but I'm only on LinkedIn and WhatsApp. I stopped being on social media because those are some of the things that were feeding. Actually, back to mental health, those are some of the things that really affected me a lot. It is toxic.
Yeah.
Twitter, that place is quite toxic. If you really don't understand.
As a consuming.
So
Toxic
this is where
things.
I pose you guys and let our viewers learn something new today. Alcohol can stay in the strand of your hair for up to 90 days. It doesn't matter the amount you've taken.
The fuck? Strand of the hair?
Yeah.
90 days.
Alcohol today, up to 90 days it will be in your hair. So they can test for alcohol from your hair.
The fuck?
That's how they
Man, no wonder my hairline is disappearing. My hairline is disappearing every day.
Research says the best option for testing for alcohol after a long period of time
Yeah.
is from your hair. Get the strand of your hair, test it for alcohol in the past 90 days,
Yeah.
or find a substance there.
Let me tell you
So-
something. I don't even understand. These people should even be stopped from producing those things. The facts are there. This stuff is dangerous.
Excessive consumption of alcohol.
That's what they do. That's not
Harmful to
enough.
your health.
Man, that's not enough. That stuff messes with your mental health.
Actually,
Alcohol,
the
cigarettes.
alcohol companies are the ones that give that.
Those guys need to be. It's
Excessive.
Excessive consumption.
So they don't need to abolish because
No.
we need
no,
even the
that's a
Bible.
lie.
Even the Bible says take little good for your stomach. So we need
That
we need a little wine.
Magnesium before we came up with copper.
No, wait. It's going
Need a
about, let's talk
little
about the
wine to
Bible.
cool down.
Let me tell you, there is a reason.
Yeah.
You know why you're talking about the Bible. There is a reason the angels told Mary. Actually, let me start with John the Baptist. The angels were specific. They gave instructions to
Do not cut his
not non-alcoholic. They're telling the parents, don't even take any wine, non-alcoholic. It's the same thing with Jesus.
You know what the Bible calls
The angels instructed Mary. It's the same thing even with Samson.
Yeah.
Because you guys need to read the Bible. It's the best thing that can ever happen to anyone. Even Samson. Now in my head I'm asking, why did God refuse these people? Because they are going to give birth to the greatest people who really did. I don't know, this is Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't take any non-alcoholic. No wine, non-alcoholic. Not these things like heaven. There's this thing of heaven, heavens.
Heaven.
Non-alcoholic.
The one the Catholics take.
My
on
dear,
their
the
Eucharist.
angels instructed Mary and Joseph not to take that. That's how dangerous Uncle,
And,
spiritually.
The
Yeah.
Bible calls them Nazarenes.
Yeah.
To be a Nazarene back then was just to keep watch, guard, protect, keep, preserve, comply with, and observe the Torah 100%.
100%.
Now, why Christ Jesus fell under the Nazarene is because he had to fulfill the Old Testament.
Oh, yes.
He came to fulfill the law.
I had
So
seen it like
he had
that,
to
yeah.
enter into a Nazarene so that he's the only man, because he was 100% God and 100% man, that fulfilled the law.
Yeah.
So Nazarenes were never meant to cut their hair. They were not supposed to take alcohol. These were people who followed the 10 Commandments and the others to the dot. But of course, no one ever did that.
Yeah.
So
Yes, they're always sacrificing.
yes. So they always sacrifice to atone for the. So you get. So the term was Nazarene. So Christ became a Nazarene. He didn't cut his hair. The same thing for Samson. Samson was a Nazarene. John the Baptist was a Nazarene. So these were people who were brought in.
So they had good character.
Yes.
100%.
So you get the idea
Yeah.
of being a Nazarene. That's why we don't see them cutting their hair. We don't see them doing anything with their bodies. We see them being devoted fully to God.
To God.
Yes, John the Baptist was prepared before he started baptizing. In fact, when he came calling one thing, I prepare the way for the one who comes after me.
Yeah.
When the one who came after him came, he was fully devoted to God. As a matter of fact, even Paul was one time accused of being a leader of the Nazarenes. Because as time went on, they began seeing them as a sect of people who were rebellious.
Yeah.
Because they were so leaned to the Torah that some people actually didn't regard the Torah to that extent.
Yes.
The Jewish
Torah was
leaders.
more the Mosaic law.
Yes.
Mosaic law.
And
The ones the Jews follow.
so even Paul was once accused of being a Nazarene. But of course Paul was not a Nazarene. Paul lived under Christ. He was
Yeah.
a born-again Christian. So yeah, the Nazarene part had faded off. Because we didn't have a law to fulfill anymore. That was done. We only had to live the life of Christ. Yes. So I just wanted to highlight
Yes.
on the Nazarene part.
Yes, so I wish, like I told you, Bryan, when I talk to you, you are defined by your mental health, what you know, such with the knowledge, what you know. And that's one thing that the Westerners are way ahead of us, because for them, one thing I've come to learn, every time you read a book, you become more wiser.
Yes. Yeah.
Every time you read a
I want
book,
to teach myself to
you
read
become,
books.
even actually, just like if someone watches this podcast, they will pick
They are
something.
learning,
They will,
yes.
they will pick some knowledge from it. That's why it's also good to listen to
Yeah.
podcasts. Even the Bible talks about, I know some people will be like, oh, you're talking about the Bible so much. That's the thing. That's the thing that healed me.
This is why we shall always talk about the Bible at this point. We shall also talk about the Quran. We'll talk about the prophets. We'll talk about Christ Jesus. We'll talk about whoever you want us to talk about in the truth.
Yeah.
I like that truth.
Yes, in the truth of it. Don't expect us to go with what you want to hear. You'll be shocked.
So,
Yeah. So you're saying something about the Bible.
the Bible.
And you're relating it to, what was that you were saying?
I was,
Before I cut you.
still I was going back to mental health. And
My mental health defines me.
yes,
Yeah.
you are defined by what you know. You are defined by what you know. That's why, as a man, and this actually goes to all men, as men, we are supposed to be knowledgeable. We're supposed to know. We're
Yeah.
supposed to. It all starts with knowledge, even Christianity. You have to know. If I get a child, I give birth to a child and I just leave them in the house, the child will be an animal.
Yeah.
No teaching,
By the way.
no
language.
No language.
That is how.
That child will be like, like
Yes.
a child will be an animal.
That's how these cats called Miayu.
And I think because of the
Stray
animal
cats.
nature,
Stray cat.
he'll adapt to the environment. He'll adapt to some things like how monkeys are. That's the nature.
Yeah.
The animal nature can help the child adopt. Like when you feel hungry, he will start eating some things. You see rats. if they're in a place and there's no food,
They'll eat money.
they'll eat because they are hungry.
Yeah.
Because we are in the same class. We're all mammals. Is it mammals?
Yeah, we are mammals.
But going back to
No, we are not mammals.
We are mammals.
your mental health
You're good with that.
defines.
Yeah, we're mammals.
Now, how do you know? Actually, going back to the question you had asked me, one of the ways is awareness.
Yeah.
That's where I was going actually. First and foremost, you need to be aware. Like I told you about my addictions, I didn't know. I was actually at one point put on my status that we all have our demons. Like, leave me with my alcohol, leave me with my sleeping around. I remember where I used to sleep around, like people started noticing, like, hey, this guy can change chicks and all that. Like,
Top shatter. Mr. Casanova.
and I was like,
And there's a way men are
I'm living my
glorified.
life,
There's a way men are glorified because of their infidelity. I don't understand.
exactly.
The more you sleep,
I remember
and how
let me
women
tell
are
you something.
demonized.
I'm going to say this on record, but I know he said it to our president, the new president. At one point he said, omusajja ino sajjalata. He said it like Bobby Wine said it. I don't know, maybe I'm misquoting him, but I think I really heard it very well at some point. Maybe in his song, omusajja ino sajjalata. And in Uganda,
say
they are
Yeah, of
meaning
course.
you have to sleep around, like it's okay.
that is the
A man has to sleep around.
Sajjalata.
Yes, when they say tata, atata. Tewali tata, atatata. Tato, you know.
Those are some of the
Ate
cultures.
omukyala naye akyala.
Omukyala n'omukazi akazi olujja.
Oh my goodness.
Kyala naye akyala kati temubanyiigira.
Kakubaamu omukazi gw'omuleese waka ye mukazi. Naye mukyala omukazi baamuleeta ng'afuuse mukazi kukaza lujja.
Kukaza lujja, yes.
Omukyala yali akyali ng'akyala.
Wow, I didn't
So you have to find out oyina mukyala oba mukazi.
Yes, man, check yourselves. Abakazi tebwetaaga kukebera kubanga oyo musajja era aba musajja. Tewali kirala.
So the key, mental health, the key, number one is awareness.
Awareness.
Now, that awareness does not just come automatic. Like I told you, I'm in my 30s and I've just got to know this stuff. And I'm intentional about learning and advocating for it because we don't know.
One time wish you had known this earlier.
Oh, yes. If I had known earlier. First and foremost, if I had known earlier, number one, I would be married. It's important to marry young.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
It's important to marry young. 25, as soon as you by the way, I posted sometime on fertility. I posted, it's a fact.
Yeah.
Your fertility, the best time, I did some health science in my social work and development. The best time for fertility.
Yeah.
Whether a man or a woman is early 20s and your late 30s. Actually, late 30s is overstretched. Between early 20s and mid 20s, late 30s you are stretched. So above 30, you are at a risk of infertility.
Of not having kids.
You're not having kids and other complications. Maybe you can I had daft kids or issues and all that.
Autistic kids.
All those issues can rise above 30s. That's why it's important. That's why the Bible says, enjoy the wife of your youth. And you know what? The other thing to why I advocate for marriage while you're young is because right now I have a lot of stuff in my head. Exes. You slept with this ex. You slept with this ex. You slept with this. All that stuff gets in your head, and actually marriage is more like two histories coming together.
Yeah.
That's why it's not advisable for a 50-year-old to marry a 20-year-old. These are two guys. This history here, and this history here is when they come together.
Chaos.
It talks.
I had friends that were like that. The man was 40-something and the girl was just in her 26s. And man, these guys would reach in the house and they don't have just that joins them. You get, so they suffered a lot in their marriage. But we give glory to God that they actually found a way of making it work. And
apparently, these are only marriages that can work out.
So the problem is that
40, 20.
their man had settled. The woman was still experiencing her up and down stage. You get, but step by step, they came, I think, to a meeting point. They're like, the woman is like, I have to go through this stage. The man is like, okay, I have to let her go through this stage.
Yeah.
So they met at a point where the man understands the woman, and the woman understands the man she has already.
They compromised.
This. Yes. No, the man has already experienced this, and she'll also reach that point. But before we get there, let's meet at an agreeing point. You get, I understand you're already there, you made it, and you got it. I understand. Kindly understand me too. I'll cut on my
communication.
I'll cut on my going out with friends all the time to spend more time with you. In reverse to that, you should also stop being so grown up. Try to,
Actually, it's compromising.
Trying to act serious.
Yes, don't act so bossy, don't act so grown up.
Controlling.
You get. So they met at a point, and I'm really glad that everything is well. I cannot mention names because I don't have that.
It's not.
So yeah, but I'm glad. Cheers to you guys. Yeah.
So, guys, that's the first step. In my book, I've written about a lot of solutions, but I wanted you to the other important thing, the most dangerous thing that we do is when you're depressed, when you have anxiety, when you are stressed. These are some of the things that affect your mental health. Like when something is happening to you, the most dangerous thing that you can do is isolation. Isolation.
It's my favorite.
It
is very dangerous.
But it's my favorite. I'd rather be alone.
My dear, you can even get, if you
I get better, by the way.
Isolation.
Because I have very bad anxiety attacks.
Now that, first and foremost, for you, already you are in a better place because now you are aware. You are aware.
Yes.
You are not.
Yeah, I know.
That's another problem.
Very bad anxiety.
Guys, I was in denial about being a father for some time, and it only affected me. But awareness, now that for you are in a better place. But also the next step is you need to seek help at some point. Isolation is the worst. That's how people commit suicide, because at some point I also had suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's how you end up doing. That's how you turn to the bottle. That's how you're sleeping around. All the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things I keep telling people around me, the first thing you can do is to talk. I wish people can understand the beauty in talking. Like talking to people. Like not just any other person. You need to find your people. They call it social support.
Social support.
Your support network. You have to have a social support network. For me, it was even, I didn't have. There's a girl I stayed with, my girlfriend, XX, for the longest. That was almost a year.
Your longest relationship has been 1 year?
It was a year. You can imagine. It was a year. That girl also helped me. We started connecting, communicating, and changing. Remember, I became a Christian at 13 years. My brother, I received Christ at 13. All this time I had backslid.
Yeah.
I was in the world. That's another thing that helped me. I'm able to talk about these things because I received Christ earlier.
Again,
salvation.
Earlier. Hey, by the way, when you accept Jesus and you backslide, you utter again. Kwatula.
You kwatula once, but you can come and be like, go down.
I have uttered.
You recommend
go down.
Like the fact that you've not been straight with God.
Exactly.
But I do not re-utter. So every time they say, whoever wants to give his life to Christ, I shouldn't put my hand up.
I'm like,
I should go, or I shouldn't.
You can, you should. You cannot recommit in private.
So I should re-utter.
The way you uttered in public is the way you recommit in public.
Okay.
That one actually makes sense. But it's a thing actually I also did.
Yeah.
When I joined worship public.
Well, actually, that's why in most churches, anyway, in mine, even when they make the altar call, we are all told to repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes, that actually helps you. Help them. It can also help you to
boost their confidence,
understand where you are with Christ.
Yes. So our pastor normally tells us to repeat everything, just like you're making the confession.
So, awareness, I've told you the danger in isolation. Then the other thing is understand your triggers. Understand your triggers. One of the things is one of the things that triggered me was stress.
Stress. Yeah.